And welcome to another episode of the Bandit Room. My name is Charles. I'm joined here in the studio today by Mr. Aggie.
What's up?
Welcome back.
Thank you.
And Mr. Caleb.
What's up?
On the boards. And our special guest today is Miss Amber Tabb.
Hey, y'all.
How are you?
I'm good.
So you've been on the show once as a co-host.
Sort of.
Now you are the guest.
I
does it
sort
feel?
of, well, I'm honored.
Yeah.
I mean, I've been waiting for.
Can't feel the same answer here.
Oh, gosh. But if you did hear me before, I have to go back. The episode that I was on, I had a little like Jiminy Cricket in my throat that week, and I could barely talk without, I don't know, there was just a lot of background stuff
But
going
I just thought about it, and I've declassified all the thoughts in your head. You can go and talk about whatever you want.
You did that on your own?
On my own. I have those powers. I can just think about it.
I gotta go.
And I declassified everything on her head, in her head.
Sounds good.
Gots to go.
So this is all totally free to talk about. No classified information to worry about here. Yeah. So you were there to help our guests feel comfortable last time.
Just by being in the room.
Yeah.
That's the weirdest stuff you can talk about. Anyway, hey, you're from Tampa.
I am from Tampa.
Are you allowed to go back to Tampa?
Yes.
Have you been arrested in Tampa?
No.
Do you ever go back to Tampa?
I do. Every once in a while.
Do cops stop you when they see you?
I mean, no. I've been pulled over a couple times in Tampa, but...
In Tampa?
Yes.
In Tampa?
This feels like an interrogation.
Go
You're
Bucks.
asking the same question like 3 different ways.
Yeah.
Well, Hurricane Ian, is that coming direct to Tampa?
So it just made landfall like 5 minutes ago.
Oh, wow.
And it actually hit a little bit further south than they were thinking. They thought it was going to be a direct hit to Tampa. But it hit a little bit further south. So that's good news for the people in Tampa. Not so good news in like Fort Myers area.
You have family in Tampa, right?
I do. So all my
Are
immediate...
they all doing okay?
They are. Yeah. They stayed and boarded up, and they're inland. So it's just a lot of rain and wind for them.
Did you buy them all like extra minutes on their Boost mobile phone so they can check saying they're safe?
So I know a lot of Florida is like super redneck, but my family does not have Boost Mobile. I mean, not that anything's wrong with that.
Yeah, I mean, okay.
But you could.
Never gone that route of
They could have phones.
hating on a particular mobile provider. On this show. But
yeah, that felt kind of cross. But anyway, my family's up with the times. But they're doing well. Thank you for asking.
That's good. Now, in all seriousness, I mean, it's important to know that they are doing okay, because
they are.
I was in Florida last week, and everything is shut down. So I came back, but I'm going back. My plan is to go back again on Sunday. Hopefully, there's not much damage. Well, yeah, sure. Because when I was coming back on Sunday, when I was driving up going south on I-95, it's all those insurance guys and trucks for utilities and tree cutting services. They all like driving down, chasing the storm there, man.
Probably that, what's his name? Jim Cantori or something. I don't know, from the Weather Channel.
Jim Cantori, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. He showed up on Clearwater Beach because that's where it was supposed to hit. But, so yeah, the storm chasers were on their way down. Not helpful.
Wherever that guy shows up, you don't want to be there.
That's right. Yes, that is
true. If you see Jim Cantori, you better
leave.
Better pack your stuff.
Yes.
Like a reverse celebrity.
If you were still living in Tampa, would you be moving out for the hurricane? How would you have just stayed?
No, I've been through several hurricanes because we stayed. Because like where we were is just not. I mean, you have to be safe. The biggest thing is losing power, which sucks because it's hot. But yeah, I mean, I've been through several hurricanes. As long as you're safe from the wind, and for that you board up, and then sandbags for flooding if you're near water. But the biggest thing is electricity, and that sucks. But I mean, it's not gonna. And then tornadoes. Like already, I got a bunch of notifications that tornadoes are spinning off of the hurricane, and so that's dangerous. But other than that, I've been through several. In 2004, there were 3 hurricanes that crossed over the middle of the state, like one after the other, and I was there for that.
Have you ever evacuated?
No.
Aggie, you lived in Florida for a little bit. I lived
in Florida, yeah.
Did you ever evacuate for a hurricane?
No, that's when we had the best parties, man.
Just bunkered down.
That's what I was just telling Caleb. Yeah. Like, we used to, I mean, we call them hurricane parties, and you just drink and play games.
Because, as Ms. Tabb here was saying, we lose power, and then everybody just takes everything they have in the freezer, brings outside to the street, and
cooks on the grill.
Throw it on the grill and just drink. And just nobody's showering because there's no water, but apparently after 9 months after the hurricane, there's a lot of babies born. But
I didn't have that experience.
No, I didn't leave. I just partied. We had a lot of parties then. But again, I was watching on the news, like people are saying, "Oh, you need to vacate. You got to go somewhere. You got to." But if there's nowhere to go, where do people go?
I mean, I guess just go to whatever is a safe area. You stay with friends or get a hotel or something. I mean,
right.
Clark said they opened up the speedway up here for people who evacuated.
Oh,
what, to go drive around in circles?
I don't know.
Park and live there for a little bit.
There.
Listen, I'm just telling you, I don't know.
That would be like your Joel Osteen not opening his church after the big what was it, the fire, right? No, what was it?
I think it was a hurricane.
Yeah.
Houston, right?
Houston, yeah.
I don't know. There's a lot of liability.
He's not your Joel Osteen.
Yeah, right. I mean, I don't know the dude.
Should point that out. Personal relation.
Right. Yeah.
All right.
You're such a dork.
No, so this is the first time you've been on as a guest. I think it's because you've been too busy hosting your other podcast.
It's probably true. Yeah. I mean, priorities.
No. Again, I'm not joking here. How do you find time to do all this stuff? You do so much here at the office. Then you have 2 kids.
Actually, I have like 2.5.
4 dogs.
Clark, you forgot I have a Clark.
Leave Clark alone. Clark is a good friend. We just did some project together. Leave him alone.
I hear you.
And you have 4 dogs. And then
3.
you do... Oh, you're 3?
Yes.
Okay. And then you do a lot of stuff for your church.
I do.
And do you take care of your mom, or she takes care of herself?
I mean, she takes care of herself, but that's there.
So how the hell do you find time to go do podcast?
Well, my life motto, and my counselor is going to be like real mad at me, so I hope you don't ever listen to this, is that I'll sleep when I'm dead.
Oh.
Because, I mean, everybody has the same 24 hours, but you just do the things, and then you sleep a couple hours, and then you get up and you do some more. And you do them to the best of your ability. And you keep going.
Is that your view of the afterlife? You think it'll just be a lot of sleeping?
No, I think it's going to be a party, man. An eternal party. I can't wait. Me and Aggie are going to be...
No, we're not going to be in the same place.
I was going to say shacking up, but I don't mean shacking up in that regard.
We're not going to be in the same place.
Is there any other word way that...
I meant like we're going to be like hanging out. Like our cribs are going to be like together.
We're not going to be in the same place.
Absolutely will be. I can't wait.
No.
It's going to be a party.
It's not going to happen.
You should tell us about your podcast, though, because this
is
a great...
What is it called?
It's called Something's Amuck. And it just means like something's not right. Probably in my brain, in my head.
I don't think you need to explain that.
Okay, cool.
It's pretty obvious.
But me and some other friends were talking about just, I don't know, random stuff. And it came up like, oh, well, we should just do a podcast. Like everybody has a podcast, and I don't know, it looks super easy. So let's just throw it together. And so that's where it kind of came from. And then we talk about all sorts of stuff. We have cryptid battles because the other 2 hosts are cryptid zoologists is what they call themselves. I don't even know what that means. And I have no clue about cryptids. And so they'll battle, Christina has Bigfoot this week and Stephanie has Loch Ness Monster. And so they'll talk about their characteristics and where they live and who has seen them and, all this stuff or whatever. And so we have cryptid battles. We talk about Disney Schmizney, don't come after us, Disney, princesses and villains. And we talk about books that we've read and just a little bit of everything. But we I can't wait to take our podcast picture. Do I get to get a picture on the wall?
We'll think about it.
Cool.
You
get a picture.
Do you have any hobby?
You mentioned my hobbies just a minute ago.
What is that?
My life, kids, and
are you into recycling stuff?
No.
Repurposing.
Yes.
What was the last thing you repurposed?
So where are we going with this?
I just like that you just said no on recycling. You're like, not a fan. Moving on.
I mean, I will, throw the milk jug in the recycling bin if I can, but if not, I don't. I don't know. Thank you for that. Repurposing. So, for example, I have a old mattress spring hanging from my kitchen ceiling, and from the mattress spring, I have old antique kitchen utensils, so like mixers and knives and all of that stuff, like just hanging from the springs of the mattress.
So you just wanted to create a mini Cracker Barrel in your house?
I mean, you're not wrong, but it looks way better.
That is a weird experience. You ever find yourself in Cracker Barrel, like looking up and being like,
I try
like
not to.
Freaking axe above my head right now.
They do have good pancakes, though.
They do. They have the best.
I like the pancakes there.
Those are Reagan's favorite.
Yep.
Please sponsor us, Cracker Barrel.
Did you know that the IRS now requires all tax-exempt organizations to e-file their 990 tax forms? If you need to file a 990, check out expresstaxexempt.com, the quickest and easiest way to e-file your organization's 990 forms. Express Tax Exempt offers interview-style and form-based processes to accommodate 990 experts and newcomers alike. Plus, they make it easy to attach any required schedules, share the return with others in your organization for review, and they even offer live customer support. So go to expresstaxexempt.com now for the easiest 990 e-filing option.
You like going to Disney, right?
I love Disney.
Uh-huh. Why?
I love Disney. Why do I love it?
Mm-hmm.
Because it's the happiest place on earth, and it's kind of like the happy heroine. Like you drive on property, and everything is perfect to the eye.
Even the waiting line.
Even that, they make their lines. They design their lines specifically so that you're happy while you're waiting, and you're being able to look at stuff. And
didn't Governor DeSantis recently try threatening to take away their special sort of Vatican status in Florida?
Yeah, there was something with that, but I don't know
What's
what that
your
was.
view on that?
I don't know. I don't.
People are hating on Disney for all different reasons.
Disney
right
schmizhney.
Yeah.
So do you hate? Are you part of the gang that hates Disney but still want to go there?
Okay, so here's the deal. I don't hate Disney.
You just like to give them money.
Here's the thing: is that I don't agree with some of the stuff that they do, but I still go, which is so bad. Like I
How many letters have you written to Bob Iger? He's not the CEO anymore. Who's the CEO now?
Some new guy. I don't remember.
I haven't written any letters to Disney, but they.
If I buy you a T-shirt saying I hate Disney, would you wear it?
No, Aggie.
Bob Chapek.
Bob Chapek, yeah.
So that's who you direct your letters
Okay,
to.
Bob Chapek, I'm coming for you. Not really, just kidding. Don't come after us. Disney went after a daycare center because the daycare center.
Well, they're notorious.
Yeah, like
notorious
like
trademark
stuff like
defenders.
that. Come on. But the daycare center had an artist come in and draw like princesses on their walls for their little toddlers, and Disney went after them and sued them and shut their.
Yeah.
It's like, come on.
Isn't it true that their patent is about to run out on the Mickey Mouse?
It already ran out. It was in the public domain, and they had it extended or something.
Yeah,
like that.
they've always managed to extend it. They've
Right.
always managed to extend it, but it's coming up. I want to say it's next year or something that it's technically supposed to expire, and anybody could do.
That's crazy.
A cartoon mouse.
Right. I don't know. But I just think that Walt himself would probably roll over in his grave if he knew that Disney now is charging $130 a day for a one-day ticket. Like, I don't know that he ever meant for it to be that.
So how much does trip for the four of you would cost? Like, how many days do you go in a week there when you're there?
Well, so probably around 2. So if you're going to stay in a Disney hotel and get tickets and all of that, it would probably be between $3,000 and $5,000.
Wow.
To go stay in the hotel and then do like a 3-day.
And that is just for the park entrance and the hotel, no
Correct.
Food, drinks, anything
Correct.
like that.
Yeah. And they used to have like a Disney dining package. I don't know that they offer that anymore, but that you could pay like an extra $500. But sometimes, I guess if you're a family that eats breakfast, lunch, and dinner, that would work out in your favor. But if you don't eat that much, then it wouldn't really. So like they do offer packages, but I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy expensive. But
full disclosure, I used to work for Disney. I worked for Disney, so doesn't mean anything, you know.
You were on the cruise ship, weren't you?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and I even looked at that to do a cruise, and it was about the same thing. It was going to be like, you know, $4,000.
You go to Disney every year, right?
No, I grew up 30 minutes from Disney, and when I grew up, we had an annual pass, and that makes sense. So like you pay whatever $1,000 for an annual pass. Well, because we grew up 30 minutes from, close, we went every other weekend. And so that pays for itself. But no, I think the last time I was there was probably about 4 or 5 years ago. But I can't.
How about Universal? Do you like to go to Universal?
I've been to Universal a couple of times and I like it. I
like it.
I always tend to go to Disney instead. Last year we did go down to Florida. I do go to Florida every year to see my family. But last year we went.
There's a sign up there. I seen it.
What?
Amber is in town. Be careful.
He's stupid. Last year, Reagan convinced me to go to Legoland. And
what is that?
That is in Kissimmee. So it's actually, I think Legoland bought Cypress Gardens. Do you know Cypress Gardens? It's near Orlando, but it's like maybe 30 or 45 minutes from Disney and all of that. But it was horrific. And I was so mad the entire time that I wasted my theme park day to go to Legoland instead of Disney. But
why?
It was like
it was not expensive enough.
Yeah, it has to like meet a certain. I have to spend at least $1,000. No, it was just not like the. So for me, part of the thing about Disney is like if you ever go up and you ask a cast member a question, they're going to answer your question and answer it above and beyond, and they're going to like show you where to go.
But isn't that wasting your time? They should just answer the question you ask.
They do. That's what they do. They're just being really super nice about it and making sure you understand. Good customer service, you know. But anyway, at Legoland. Not that but like if I were the people that are working there were just like it was just their summer job. Like I'm here, I have to be here, leave me alone sort of deal. And that when I'm paying that money to go into it, I don't want that kind of attitude.
Do these people look like the Lego people? Are they wearing the giant plastic?
Yeah, uniforms? No, they weren't.
They don't have those like the mascots at Disney.
No, and it was post COVID, so like Reagan wanted to get a picture with this Lego dude in a costume, and we had to stand like 6 feet away and be like, hey, you know, way over there. So like I don't know, it was not. I will never go back to Legoland ever again. Wow. And I wanted to write them a letter and let them know that, but I didn't.
Harsh words.
But I do love Schmizny.
Caleb, you're very quiet, man. Are you scared of Amber too?
Yeah.
Come on.
You guys go way back though, right? You and Aggie, like
way back.
Didn't you take pictures at her
when
wedding?
she was arrested? Yeah, I took her headshots, her mugshots.
That was a side gig.
That was a side gig to doing mugshots.
You worked at the Tampa Police Department.
Yeah, in Tampa. You're very busy. The mugshot guy in Tampa.
Do you know when Amber drives? She won't let. I mean, if she's on a, going 3 or 4 people in a car and they're going somewhere, she won't let anyone else drive.
False.
Wow. Okay. Well, glad we have the fact checker here.
That is not true. I only let people I trust drive.
Which is no one.
That's not true.
When was the last time you let someone else drive? When you are going to Tampa, who the hell are you going to let drive?
So.
Are you going to let your mom drive?
No, because I don't trust her. And if I'm going to die in a car accident, I'll kill myself in a car accident. I'm not going to have somebody else get in an accident and kill me.
What?
I'm just saying. That's my same thing with flying. Like, you're like, oh, yeah, you should trust these people. Like, why? Why should I trust you?
Because that's the only way you get by in life is by trusting people.
Oh, Charles.
I mean, otherwise you just lock yourself up.
That was a good one.
No.
That was a good one.
No.
We need to make a poster out of it.
You earn trust.
So let me ask you.
It's called a pilot's license.
Yeah, and as these pilots are drinking in the pilot lounge, and then they're like, oh, let me go fly this plane into the mountain.
Where did you have lunch?
Where did I have lunch? In the kitchen.
Okay. When was the last time you went out to eat?
I don't remember. But I know where you're going with this. Do you trust the people cooking your food? No, but I still eat it. Okay, bye. Anyway, what was your question? Let's get back to where we were going. Yes, we go way back. Aggie took my engagement pictures at the Biltmore. I made him drive all the way down to the Biltmore in Asheville. That was before I knew him too. You hated me that day, didn't you?
No.
Okay, cool.
I don't hate people. And I trust people.
Oh, okay. Anyway, so we took my engagement pictures at the Biltmore. Then
how'd you become a dog mom?
I got married in December of 2009, and I was one of your last brides.
Yeah, one of the last few. Yeah. No, she was not the last one.
No, I said one of the last ones.
I'm reiterating that it was one of the last ones.
No. You're trying to be like.
And it snowed on your wedding day.
It did. Okay, so yes, I became a dog mom. Oh, because Chloe, she is a little tiny Yorkie, and she's the ringmaster. And somebody posted her on Facebook, and I said, "Oh, don't we need her?" And so we got her. And so she was the only dog for a while. And then my mom wanted a golden doodle, and so my sister-in-law my sister-in-law knew a breeder, and so we contacted this breeder, and they were like, yeah, like we have extra puppies. And so we got a puppy from them. And when I went down to pick up the puppy, the lady and I started talking, and they do this thing, it's called guardian homes. And so when they have a litter of puppies, they usually do it with the girl dogs, where they have a guardian home for the girl dogs. And so they get to keep a couple from each litter, but not have 500 dogs at their house. So then the guardian homes, they keep the dog, and then when it's time to breed that dog, they bring it back and they breed the dog. And I was like, not here for doing that with any type of girl dogs at all. And I was like, okay, well, if you ever have a boy dog that you want to do the guardian home thing with, hit me up. And she's like, well, actually, I have 6 boy puppies right now that I need to get rid of. And I was like, oh, wow, gosh. Because I hadn't talked to Clark about this at all. And so I started trying to backpedal, but I wasn't backpedaling very well. And I ended up with a boy poodle and the puppy going home with me that day. And so then I had 2 dogs because the puppy was for my mom. And so we gave the puppy to my mom. And so then we had Chloe and Jackson. And Jackson is a 1-year-old poodle. So anyway, so we had these 2 dogs. Well, then my mom was like not really here for the puppy thing. And she politely said, thank you so much for the puppy, but I'm not really here for the puppy stuff. And gave the dog back to me.
Gave it back.
So now we have Chloe, Jackson, and Dum Dum. And Dums is she'll be a year in November, so about 10 months old. And she is a golden doodle, and she is dumb, and so that's why her name is Dum Dum. So we have Chloe, Jackson, and Dums. And that's how I became a dog mom of 3 without really meaning to. But here we are.
I know you hang out some of your friends all over the place, and then you are very particular about setting up people with other people. Do you do that all the time?
Do I set up people? I mean, if it works out, it works out.
Because we were on the trip.
Oh yeah.
Where were we?
We were in Dallas.
And then you were like hyped about it, so that's one of the reasons.
Some people have apps on their phones, and it's just fun to mess with people. And so what I didn't realize is that like the people that were on the app are literally like right there in that town. And so like I didn't realize that by messing with those people and messaging them, it literally meant they knew where we were, and that they were right down the road. So you could come and I just thought they were like out, in other states. Nope, they were real close.
You met your husband on a dating app, right?
I did, but that was back in 2008. We got married in 2009. So it wasn't as like common back then.
So you were a pioneer in it.
Yeah, like I would say that. I would like now it's that's where you meet everybody, is because you really don't go out and do things. Like back then, it wasn't as popular, I guess you would say. But you know, I am a trendsetter in lots of areas. So I guess you could say I was a trendsetter back then.
You've told us this before. You are big into rodeo.
Cowboys, woo! I'm big into cowboys. I don't know about rodeos, but cowboys can get the blood pumping.
Sounds good. Anything you want to promote while you're here? Anything you want to plug?
Writing a book or watching a movie?
Yeah,
or
where can people follow you? You want to talk about your
No, listen, here I am.
Right on.
I'm promoting Express Truck Tax, Truck Logics, and Aggie.
All right, sounds good. Well, thank you for joining us. Stick around next week and see what we talk about on the Bandit Room. Be sure to like, follow, comment, and subscribe.
Thank you very much.
Bye.
Bye.
Bandit Room is a production of Span Enterprises, located in sunny Rock Hill, South Carolina. We've been developing, supporting, and growing successful IRS e-filing and business management solutions since 2010. Go to spanenterprises.com now to learn more. The views and opinions expressed in the Bandit Room are those of the guests, and do not necessarily reflect or state the opinions of Span Enterprises. No information should be considered as tax, legal, or other professional advice.